The opinions expressed in the following podcast are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security or investment product. It is only intended to provide education and entertainment about the financial industry and the stock market. Enjoy.
Hey, yo, check 1, 2. This is Flavor Flav in the building for the Atlas crew.
Atlas Trading, what the fuck is up?
There are traders, there are prodigies, and then there's legends.
We're on 4%, baby.
No way.
4 fucking percent.
Buy the fucking dip.
Hey, who told me about IDEX?
Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, someone just made, like, a lot more money than me on my trade.
You find out life's this game of pennies.
Did you check the portfolio?
Pennies. The margin for error is so small.
I bet Warren Buffett never did that.
And they out there making money right now off of penny stocks.
Them two guys is putting in work to make y'all rich.
The pennies we need are everywhere around us.
Time to think big.
Pennies, going in raw.
Featuring Dan, Deity at Dips, and Hugh Honey.
Produced by Vinny Strokes, baby.
This episode is brought to you by Benzinga. Benzinga is our absolute favorite resource to use when we trade. We use it for news scanners. We use it for float checkers. We use it for stock screening. We use it for just about everything, including chat rooms and much, much more. But that's not all they have. They have YouTube as well. Hot Stocks Luke every single day has great guests on, ranging from Ripster to Mia Khalifa to Gary to all the best guests you need to hear from every single day, all day long. So make sure to go check that out. That's youtube.com/Benzinga. And if you look in the replies to this tweet, you will see how to get a discount code for Benzinga Pro. Make sure to go sign up for Benzinga Pro right now. Welcome back to another episode of Pennies Going in Raw. Today is Sunday, May the 9th. And Spy, welcome to the Piss Missile. We're at 422, and I know 420 is nice, but there's always a second one if you missed it, because 422 is 422.
Oh, shit.
You like that? But yeah, no, obviously last week we talked about optimism heading into this week. There were, even the last stock we kind of mentioned was RHE. Saying how it broke 10 was 100%er. It ended up going to like 20. You had a bunch of continued runners, but at the same time, it was also Knife City like a mofo this week. Do we just have to maintain a super tight stop loss, or what do we do here?
Yeah, so I think the best way to handle this right now is to assume that everything is going to knife at a new high a day. Okay? If you assume that everything's going to knife by a new high a day, then you're expecting it. When you're expecting things, they're not a surprise. Therefore, you're not caught in a SQFT down haul, a dollar down haul. You won't be caught in these things. I think it's really important right now to understand that it's basically like Russian roulette out there of what's going to knife and what's going to continue to run. Therefore, expect a knife so that you can prepare for it. And if it doesn't happen, fantastic. And that doesn't mean that, you be all out by high of the day. But what I would do is, or what I've been doing is that I've only been holding a little bit towards the new high of the day. So I've been really good about filtering out buying on support or not buying at all. And so if I'm not buying at support, then I'm not touching it. And if it's curling up, breakout traders right now are kind of getting killed in the market because it's breaking out and then knifing. Don't be a breakout trader right now until those knives stop.
But how can we, if we're always saying adapt until we get into the market, how do we kind of realize when it's, you want to make as much money as possible, obviously. And in this market, we have to take everything with a grain of salt. Hey, we got this gain. Let's settle with it. We got to be okay with it because it's tough out there. It's rough times, man. But at the same time, whenever it does get better, we want to be in a position where we are holding and not selling it every time it hits high a day. We expect it to knife. Is it just like just because of these conditions, or when do we eventually navigate back to holding it past high a day and getting jiggy with it?
Right now, it's about defensive play first. You know, if you're expecting the new high, if you're expecting a knife at the new high of the day, that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to hold it through the new high, that you don't hold everything to the new high of the day. But if you're cutting some off closer to that and you're locking profits, then you can be a little bit easier on your stop loss on the knife. And when you see, what you'll see is that I really feel like it's going to be one like Kodak last year. You know, I feel like we talk about it every week, but it's like that one that just goes 1,000%. And it's just like every time that it comes down a little bit and shorts pack in, it's just a trap to go higher. And that's when I feel like it's going to be like the aha moment a little bit. But until then, play defense. And so if you're not buying right now, it's got to be more about those A1 setups or no setups.
I think
so
that's
even though we're
an interesting thing is like playing defense in this market. Because I mean, we've never used that reference before where it's playing offense and playing defense, but it really is like in a hot market. Obviously, if last year March through August you were playing offensive as hell, you're doing like a Steve Spurrier offense, or so you're not even rocking with defense, bro. It's just all out on some Gus Malzahn shit, and you're that where you can rack up the most points as possible and that's such a big opportunity. But when you need to play defense is this time, and it's like, how can you still rack up points on the defensive end? We were trying to get those safeties. We're trying to get some pick sixes, some scooping scores. How do you kind of come like the RHEs last week continuing into Monday? How do you score those without selling out too quickly?
Yeah, I think our Wednesday episode, Bearfucker said it the best. He said that every bus has a bus stop and it'll continue. But it always, even if there's no one at the bus stop, it still makes a small pause, I think was the exact thing I know I'm fucking up. But
sorry, it's like Friday at 8 p.m. We're like, I'll speak for myself. Dude, I'm hammered.
Do you see, I'm not, do you see, dude, my eyes are bloodshot. I don't know if you can see them.
You smoking pot, son?
Dude, 422, what would we say, 422?
Yeah, it's 422. Yeah. Well.
But yeah, so I really want to bring that over, that quote over here, because the biggest thing is that, even with something like RHE, okay, let's just say that you cut some right before the high of the day and then it blasts through the high of the day. It's just not going to like boner candle up to $3. It'll go up $1, come back a little bit. And if you still have that core position, then you can add a little bit up, a little bit back, or even all of it back, and you're not fucking up your average. So even if it starts to go down or starts to knife, you're already locked in some profit, so you're not going to take a loss on it. And even if you take a loss at that new position, you're at least going to lock in. You already have some locked in.
This is definitely a market to mind a stop loss for some, lock some profits, mind a stop loss, because at the end of the day, we're trying to get any profits we can in this market, and obviously some people are killing it. But
this is not a compounding market. For most, it's not a compounding market. Your compounding market was last year. If you missed the bus, guess what? The beautiful thing about the market is that it'll always be here as long as you have money to play with. If you piss away all your money, then guess what? The market won't be here. But if you only take those A+ quality setups, buy at support, sell some into strength, things like that, you're going to be here. It's all about, right now, it's about quality over quantity, okay? Take those A+ setups, take those setups that that aren't going to knife on you, or if they knife on you, you have such a low average that you're going to be fine. Buy on those support with high relative volume. Only keep a little bit into Knife City and then add back quickly, but then again, take profits quickly. This is not a compounding market. This is a make a 2% on your portfolio and walk away. Okay.
2% on my portfolio would be nice.
Dude, yeah. Oh yeah. So I think that's like the big thing is that everybody wants to everybody wants to push the pedal to the metal, but the biggest thing right now is that this is not a compounding market. This is hey, let's make $5,000 this week, or let's make $500 a day, and let's go to the bar. Like let's make $500 a day. Go enjoy the day. Go enjoy
it's a
summer.
super mental thing because like I've even tried, hopping in some swings I think are good just because the beaten down market and they just keep going down. And even though I just hopped in them this week and just seeing that red at the beginning of the day, having to grind out of it. And, it certainly wasn't like last week where I was green every day for the first time in a while. I think it was Tuesday. I woke up and I was down $12,000 and I was like, oh shit, like how am I going to damage control this? Ended up only down two, and that was a good feeling. Like even,
I mean,
I took out 4,000 last night.
Oh.
So yeah, rich boy.
Oh.
Thinking I might
Okay.
buy some drip when we go to Houston, not to brag.
I can't wait for that. I'll videotape it. I'll turn it into a vlogger or whatever.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so my account was already showing down 4,000 for the day. And it made it down to like down 10,000 because I lost another 6. But I came up and it showed green for the day, even after the down 4K from the withdrawal. So Big Dog Dan coming in. The after hours. But you're seeing some things squeeze, some people getting hopeful for squeezes. Are you seeing like anything for like squeezes potential coming up? Like I know a lot of people like even right now talking about eBond because they're one of the Dogecoin kind of, they mine Dogecoin. And we've been talking about the dissociation from Bitcoin miners and Bitcoin itself. But I mean, with all the hype around crypto, you got to think something happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I actually just slapped some EBON here right before we started interviewing at that like 375 level or whatever. That was my print. But anyway, I do think that Elon Musk is going on SNL Saturday. I think that could be a catalyst. I actually, like I said, I have a position EBON for it. I think that it could get something going, or it could be a sell the news event. But I think that this could be something where like maybe it rallies into Monday, maybe rallies into Tuesday morning, and then maybe Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, I actually think because if everyone's like the sentiment is that like it'll be a sell the news on SNL. Now I'm thinking that if everyone sell the news, that this thing will just go higher.
I think it's weird because I thought it was one of those things where it'd be like traders that were knew about or at least just decently experienced traders would bank on this, and because they'd mine their stop losses, etc. And then it'd be like the people that really lost on it would be the Facebook investors, the people that were they found out about it at 55, 60 cents, hell even 70 cents. And they think it's going to $1.
Yeah, only time will tell. And I'm excited personally because just it's weird because we're really inside our own bubble. I feel like all the time. I think you used sub part of Twitter. Is that what you called it? Today on Twitter. You said, yeah, subsection of Twitter where like really like I don't follow anybody.
Like everyone's focused on the same thing for the first time since GameStop, really. And it extends outside of FinTwit, for everyone on Facebook, But is it the same thing? GameStop was going to 1,000. Doge is going to $1. We saw how GameStop turned out, it's weird. We are recording this on Friday, so things could dramatically change by Sunday night. When we're recording this, it's probably like 65 to 70 cents. But changing rapidly. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
I just think it's so like I said, I just think it's so exciting that like, I have people that like know absolutely nothing about finance or anything about investing. Like, should I buy we talked about on Benzinga today. The guy that fixed my window bought Dogecoin at 47 cents today. And he doesn't even know that I trade. Like, he has no idea. It just came up in conversation. I was like, that's when I took a minute. I stopped and I was like, this is so fucking cool. Like, nobody else I couldn't pay someone 3 years ago to talk about trading with me. And now this guy doesn't even know that I trade. And him and I are talking about Dogecoin. Like, that's so cool. So that's what I personally think is that, that's why I took a position in Ebon, is that I think that Dogecoin, I think that if everyone's going to be a sell the news, that it's one more big squeeze, and then maybe like Tuesday afternoon, that's when it's done. But, or can you even short Doge? Like, is that a thing?
I think you can short crypto and stuff. I don't know like the logistics of it. We've been talking about having a crypto guy on, and then I'm thinking like, okay, I'll talk to people, and I'm like, okay, we can get this guy on. He has a bunch of followers, but I don't know like what gives a crypto guy
legitimacy.
Credentials. Like, does he have to be a miner, a trader? It's like, what gave the Wolf of Weed Street weed confidentials? Well, he has a blue check mark and has weed in his name. That was good enough for me.
Yeah, that was good enough for us.
No, we don't do too much.
We had the intern check his background.
Yeah,
clean,
he's good.
clean.
Yeah. But no, that's what the thing is. It's like everyone has like different crypto guys. It's like, do we get Pomp? Obviously, that'd be cool. He's got like 500,000 followers.
If anyone knows Pomp,
I think we have like kind of like a connect with him. I think we just have to like finally film.
Yeah, I think he's friends with Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady, I follow Tom Brady. That's
so he's invested in LT. Actually, never mind.
If anyone does know Pomp, though, tell him that we would love to have him on, because I feel like he's the only one that like.
Yeah,
everyone kind of turns to.
We want Winklevoss twins. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I would love to go into Facebook as well.
Dude, the Social Network is one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite. Dude, I'm a social media like addict. I always have been since like 2008, and now like the fact I get to do it for like a living. Oh my God, blessing.
That would be a 5-hour interrogation.
Oh, dude, I'd have them on for like 6 hours straight, just like talking to them about like the most random nonsense. But yeah,
all right,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay. So you think Doge is going to be a sell the news? I think that it could rally a little more.
My thing has always been, and this is kind of my thesis, and I mentioned it on Wednesday's episode with the Momo team, is like, at what point is it too obvious? BLM stocks going into Black History Month. Weed stocks going into 420. Can you give me some other examples? Just things that are so obvious, like fireworks.
Corona stocks.
Fireworks stocks going into New Year's. If, for example, obviously that's not a thing, but you get fucking Shake Shack into lunchtime. It's a reference to an old Barstool video, whenever Dave Portnoy first started trading. But yeah, no, I mean, it's like, at what point is it too obvious? I felt like at 45 cents, it was too obvious that Elon, it's going to go up to that. And it's gone up another like 70%. It's just like, I thought it was too late.
I just want him to go on the SNL and just be like, I have enough money to buy Doge, like all of it. Like just
you saw the
take
thing
it private.
You saw the thing that was like the co-owner of Doge or co-founder of Dogecoin sold his shares of Doge for a used Honda Civic, and now the company now Dogecoin's market value is more than fucking Honda.
I don't even know what I would do.
I mean, hell, if I started a company called Dogecoin and I made, what's a used Honda? $8,000, I'd probably take it. Yeah,
they probably started it like high as hell, like, yo, like, what are we gonna name this thing?
Well, I mean, it's like it's a meme. It's off the meme, and it's like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. It's It's like, what is the signal? What does this mean? And it's like, is it just retail traders taking over? Because this doesn't Why is this running?
Yeah,
Doge.
I wish I was Elon's friend and could shoot him a text like, "Yo, you gonna pump it? Or you gonna dump it?" That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting. I'm not sure.
That'd be cool.
we-
Maybe we could have Bezos reach out to him. For
Yeah, I
us.
think we keep the podcast going in the right direction. I bet like Joe Rogan probably has that connection. Like he could probably say,
Oh,
"Hey,"
shit.
so it's like we just keep it up. It took.
Maybe Zach Morris could get him.
I don't know.
Zach's big enough, right? No, Zach's on his way to $1 billion. He's like what, 100 million away or something.
Probably. I mean, if you were to move his house in Texas to LA or beachfront, Miami, or like no beachfront Florida property, yes, I think he would. His net worth would go up a fuck ton.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you just picked it up.
yeah, no, I mean, but
all right,
it's just weird. It's how do we handle it? It's
this entire segment's question will be answered by the time the podcast comes out.
yeah, no. So we're just talking about.
That's all right. You guys get to look into our mind before it actually happens. So this will be interesting.
We're all thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So, but moving back to like penny stocks, I really think that. So we're seeing low floaters go, which is a really good sign. We're seeing
one more thing. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
To anyone that's like, oh, well, why don't y'all just record on Sunday morning? Well, it's because it's Mother's Day and we're great kids.
And PGIR loves their mothers.
We love just women in general. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so all I was gonna say was before shout out to all the mothers,
Yeah, shout out to all the mothers and MILFs.
Yeah. It's a really good thing that low floaters are going. And also what I love to see is that stocks are holding their gains relatively well, except the ones that are knifing. But even the ones that are knifing, we're not seeing them knife until they're up a good amount. So that is why I truly am not going to really scale into any swings besides the swings I'm holding and a few bio companies. So I obviously started scaling into ADMP. There's two more bios that I'm looking at that I'll probably end up adding. I'm waiting. The one I'm waiting for the right. It's been on like a pretty nice uptrend, so I'm waiting for a dip to add it. But pretty much that's the next sector that I think will run because most of those they're starting to run. Like you're seeing like the cockpit, you're seeing like the IBIO,
The what?
things of that nature. Yeah. So I think that
COCP is the ticker COCP for any of you people with their minds in the gutter, you freaks.
So it's optimistic. I think that that's going to be the next sector to explode because like we talked about is that a lot of bios with a lot of catalysts coming up are trading at cash. That gives a pretty good risk to reward. That doesn't mean to hold through data, but that definitely means that, any kind of good news should make them fly. We are seeing algos turn on, even though they're knifing, they're still holding pretty good gains. So I'm excited. I think that this next upcoming week will tell us a lot because we've had now 2 weeks of somewhat action. Now this third week, I want to see kind of the same action that we've seen for the last 2 weeks. And then that's when I would love to see like the following week, something with like a 50 mil float go up like 300%. That would make me, I would like.
And for any of the newer ones, a 50 mil float, what would you consider that? Low float, mid float? Is that middle of the game or what's that?
Yeah, I mean, that's moving out of low float to middle of the range float. If something was 100 mil float and it went 300%, I don't even know.
And for reference, what's the float on RHE?
Yeah, so RHE's float is 1.5 million.
Okay, so that's really low.
Yeah, that's really low. So I want to see something with 20
that
times.
That shows us what we're going with right now. You want something 25, 30 times bigger.
So right now, all right, we might as well fucking do this. So anything with a sub 5 mil float is called a nano float. Okay? Anything sub 2 mil is like a micro, nano, micro float. I don't even know. It's like that thing will move on with like if you blow water at it.
What do you think about loading up on some of those low floats that have been on massive
I have
down?
some.
Yeah, no, I do too. I mean,
I'm just not saying them out loud.
No,
I don't want...
dude, it's crazy. You think there are 40,000 people that listen to this per episode, even if everyone just bought one share
Yeah.
this it explode.
Yeah, so I have like 4 or 5 that I'm not saying anything about because it's just like you say one word and it's like up 250%.
I'll start giving hints throughout the episodes.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good to see that low floaters are running because that can ignite other sectors. But what I really want to see for me to really gain confidence, especially because I do believe that the next sector to really run is going to be bios, is that I really want to see a bio with like a 50 mil float run 300% and not do a huge knife. It can do a huge knife after 300%, but if it gets to 300% without knifing, I mean, that's when we can really start to say that the penny market is back. And then we can kind of be like, okay, this is a time where like we all kind of crawl out of our shells, the super tight risk management. I mean, I feel like I've been like, in risk management, like SWAT team for like 8 weeks now, 9 weeks. So like I said, I want to see this trend hold for another week and then, or another 2 weeks. That's fine too. And then after that, I would love to see something with a 50 mil float, like a bio, trading at cash, get good news and fly 300%. And then off of that, a sympathy will go. And then that's when like we can really start to say that things are coming back. So again, optimistic, but cautious. Okay. I feel like we need like one of those signs, like we went from red warning to cautious to optimistic to like, and then soon we'll be at the green, like go, 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 go. So that's what I'm hoping for the market, for at least for our market.
Yeah,
I've been trading a lot of large caps. I got lucky with Piton. I thought that I got bagged because I believe that they were supposed to be profitable and they weren't by like 3 cents a share. And I mean, the thing was down like 4% after hours. I had to walk away from the desk. I was so pissing mad. I like my options. I was like, man, I'm gonna lose like 30% on these tomorrow. And all of a sudden, CEO says in the conference that it's only going to cost him like 100 mil. And like the market cap's at like 22 bill. And the thing starts flying. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't know who was looking down on me, but my luck changed like that moment. So, Piton CEO, I don't know your name, but I feel like I should send you a gift basket, a fruit basket. You saved me. I don't think your numbers are correct. I think it'll cost you a lot more than 100 mil, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm feeling they're gonna get sued like a MF.
Yeah.
Nah, if you just Google Peloton death, you can find it pretty easily. It is very sad. So keep the family in your thoughts. With that being said, obviously you have been playing a lot of options. I've noticed like there have been a couple of these like swings where you can hold them for a couple days now that you not even swings, just like kind of intraday trades, but like IPOs like ALF, that had a huge run where it ran to it even tapped 6. I think that's where it got rejected on Thursday morning. But it even got crazy volume on Friday. Should we be on the lookout for IPOs? Like, are those something to keep in mind?
So I don't necessarily think it's IPOs. I think it's beat down IPOs. So when they give an IPO, they give a range of where it's going to open up. For instance, we'll talk about ALF. ALF opened up at like $4.15. The range was $4 to $6. Okay, it went from $4 all the way down to like $2.50. And it was a low float, and it was inside emerging market. So it was one of those where it was like super beat down, low float. Like if it started going, like it would go. And we saw what it did. In 2 days, it went from $2.50 to $6. So I don't necessarily think that every IPO, but a beat down IPO low float in emerging market may be something to look towards. I think that could be something that could ignite. But that goes with the whole low float sector theme thing that we were talking about.
So we do have some questions, obviously. People have been dying to know. Your swings suck ass. Long story short.
You motherfucker.
I'll give the ones that they're concerned about, and you can give the ones that I'm sure they'll be concerned about in a month or two. VISL and TRCH. I know you addressed VISL.
Yeah,
But people
so-
like to rag. One joke I like a lot. Is TRCH still hitting 10? I like that one. That's a personal.
I
fave.
never. Okay,
I think you did.
First off,
I'm pretty sure you did because
No,
it ran
no,
up 80% in a day, and
No,
then
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
okay,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
no,
Someone searches Twitter.
No. All right, TRCH. I have TRCH genuinely made me want to leave Twitter because I came on here and I said I don't think they're merging with Tesla, but a lot of people are making connections, and all of a sudden, there were rumors that fucking Tesla had bids to buy the fucking company. No. Okay? Stop. Can we look at the facts in front of us? All right? Can we look at the facts in front of us? TRCH, yes, I'm still in it. My average is 208. The company is inside a quiet period until literally Friday, today, May 7th. Okay? The stock, we had the stock at 160. Okay? The stock ran super crazy. It gave great opportunities. Sell on news, buy back. Sell on news, buy back. Okay? Things of that nature. But they're in a quiet period, so you can't do that. The stock hasn't been moving. What can you possibly complain about?
We should tell people to always trade around a core position so they'll never have a reason to bitch at us. And then if they bitch at us, we'll say, oh, you didn't trade around your core position.
So TRCH, they're out of the quiet period. Okay, there's an annual meeting June 11th. All right, relax. My average is 208. All right, chill out.
Okay.
Good vibes.
Vissel, are you just waiting for your friends below the Mason-Dixon line to tell you that they're invading the Capitol again to load up on those in DGLY shares, or do you have another plan for that?
Yeah, so Vissel, obviously, I think I'm down 17% on it or something. My average is $3. I'm waiting for earnings report. The earnings report will tell us a lot. They decreased their operating expense 40%. They increased their revenue. This earnings report, I really want to see them increase their revenue because we should start to see new contracts coming in. The market cap is super low comparative to their cash on hand. I like this company. The way that I treat, also this is a good distinction. The way that I treat companies that I'm invested in, I treat them like real businesses, okay? I don't really necessarily care about the stock price. I care about what the business is doing. So if the business is losing contracts, then I'm pissed. If the business is gaining contracts but the stock price is going down, then I can be okay with that for as long as the fundamentals of the company are not fucking themselves. When I'm trading a stock, it's the exact opposite, okay? I care what the price actions tell me, not what the company's doing, if that makes sense. Vissel, I don't care what the price action's doing. I care what the fundamentals of the company are doing.
Wow, that was really moving.
Thank you.
Are there any other shitty swings you have that you'd like to touch on?
Hey, you want to compare net worths, motherfucker?
No, I didn't ask that. I'm just trying to
stop calling my shit shitty.
Your shit shitty. Okay.
I'm scaling into ADMP. I added my second slither, let's call it, or second chunk today. My average is 75, 76, something like that. What else do we have? Is that it? Oh, comms. Comms I don't have that much in. I need my average is 286. I need to see them get some new contracts. It's an emerging market, but it's the same thing. I want to see them prove themselves. I'm not going to ride this thing all the way down. I want to see them prove themselves. So I'm not putting in 20%, 30% of my account until they prove themselves. I think that's it.
Okay. That's fair.
Is that it?
I tried I think that may be a soundbite from the Momo episode where I said, "Hey guys, naked's at 63 if any of you want some." Well, I've started to add some with an average of 52, not to brag. Yeah. That one dropped a lot, but I really do think we do see this bounce sometime soon. And I think when it comes, it'll be aggressive. I think it might start, a little poppy, but whenever it finally does come, I think we really start seeing that. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
So,
Like the March, April market, like maybe not sectors, but I mean this just been beaten down, dude. These swings have been beaten down a lot. Maybe not the 300% off PRs, but I mean, I think right here, I mean, we're seeing good entries. I think there's some entries. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've always said I was a gut feeling trader, but I mean, ooh la la.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then let me see. Yeah. So I think that bios are gonna be the next thing to run.
And there are a lot of beaten down bios, boy.
Tons. So start to look at the ones that have upcoming catalysts with good cash. I think that's going to be important. And that's kind of how I'm handle it. I think I'm at 60% cash right now. I mean, I have, I have a few options on that like aren't really swings. They're kind of like played as you go, like spy calls, things of that nature. The P-Tom is in there. I bought Twitter long position at 53. Things of that nature that like aren't really catalyst swings, but like, I'm trying to make a few bucks on. And then I have those swings. And then I'm waiting for the go signal. I'm waiting for the big red sign that says the market's hot again,
It'll probably be a big green sign.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah. And I mean, I'm excited for that. Deploy some capital. There's tons of stocks out there that are just completely demolished. And so I'm excited. I'm getting really, really excited for hopefully what's around the corner.
Yeah, man. It's definitely gonna be one of those things. What always kind of intrigued me is whenever I was in history class as a kid was how did the rich get richer, the poor get poor thing and downtimes, how did it make sense? And you got cash on hand when this shit finally does start heating up, you'll understand.
Exactly. I mean, it's like think about this, ready? Warren Buffett bought
I bet Warren Buffett never did that.
It's a love-hate thing.
Yeah.
Bank of America was trading like 30 times higher than where it was when Warren Buffett bought it like 8 weeks later. Like he literally was buying it like $2 a share or something. And it's not like you or I could go and buy Bank of America at $2 a share. There was a handshake agreement, and he bought like so much. He bought like a good chunk of the company for like $2
I think
a share.
his son sold like 50,000 shares to like fund a startup rock band career, and that'd be worth like $40 million right now. And he sold it for like 150 grand or something. I don't remember exactly the details, but he sold it for a lot less.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I think the number was like he bought like a few billion worth at like $2 a share. Like he just bought like a good chunk of the company for like nothing. Like it was trading like 15, 20 times higher like 10 weeks before. And, obviously everything got destroyed. And he was just like, originally they came to him and they were like, yo, please buy this for $6 a share. And he was like, you're out of your mind. And they were like, 4, 5. And he's like, $1. They're like, I'm not giving you a penny. They're not, I'm like, Bank of America is not going to be a penny stock. So they settled at $2 a share. Like, so it's just insane. Like that's, or think about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan made tons of money playing basketball, but where his real net worth was from buying the Hornets.
No, bro, it's Nike.
Nike and buying the Hornets.
Well, I mean, okay, you gotta think about it like this way. Shout out Chamath because he's a part owner of the Warriors. They bought it, I think, for let me check this out. Yeah, I think they bought it under $1 billion, and it's now over 5. But I guess that's what happens when you have Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant scooping a few championships. Good investment there. But no, yeah. No, but I mean, like, one of the things is like obviously, with Michael Jordan making all that money in his basketball career, but didn't even touch like all of his other, stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Or
it's
Shaq.
the same.
Shaq owns.
Hopefully it's the same with us. We make a lot of money trading, but it won't touch, the podcasting and everything else.
I've already invested all my. I'm using like the Marshawn Lynch, like not touch anything that you make trading. Like that's me. Like I've just been rolling everything that we've made, like the literal few dollars that we've made from the podcast has just been rolling into like other investments, like assets and stuff.
Ah, dude, it's bought me a lot of really cool things. That
I'm buying assets. You're buying
shoes. About to get a
Oh,
Rolex. Maybe
nice. I can't wait for that.
maybe some chains a rapper would want. Just some casual things.
Yeah, appreciating assets.
That's one way to put it. I'll appreciate them, that's for sure.
So I think, and then I think that this week will be good. That being said, though, we are talking about new merch, right?
Are we? Well, I mean, like,
Yeah,
we're gonna drop new merch, yeah.
yeah, we're gonna drop new merch eventually because it
We
was
gotta
so
get
well
summer.
perceived last
Yeah, we
time.
gotta get summertime merch. We need tank
A
tops.
few tank tops,
Mhm.
yeah.
Dude, we need
a few
short.
tank
We
tops.
may need some shorts so I can have the full PGIR apparel.
Yeah, some 3-inch seams or something. Show off the sexy legs.
Mhm.
And so we've been talking about that. Tell us what you guys want. I mean, a lot of you. I'm still getting messages if we have merch. We do not.
It goes
we
it fast. We'll get more next time, but
Yeah,
we did like
and
500
then
of each item, but you guys ate it up, so
yeah, and then next weekend the boys are back in Houston town.
H-Town.
Yeah, H-Town. So we're really looking forward to that. If any of you guys are in the area, we will be out Friday night and Saturday night. You can come hang out with us. We'll buy you a beer or two, or
You
50.
could buy us one.
and it'll be a good time. So if any of you guys are in Houston area, we'll all be out Friday and Saturday. I'm trying
Then
not
we're going
to go
to
out
Vegas.
there. And then yeah. And then actually shout out to my sister. She graduates next Thursday. And that is shut your fucking mouth. And then I actually just got my my tailor was at the apartment today measuring me for my graduation suit that is in 2 weeks.
Wow.
So we
Congrats.
get back from the old Houston, and then it's right into the old cap and gownster.
Look at you, man. Aren't we all of Fentwit's proud? We'll all be there. Everyone make sure to go and cheer him on.
Yeah. Come cheer me on. Cheer me on.
He's
I
summa
think-
cum laude. Whatever.
I am. I'm actually I'm making a speech about how much I enjoyed my time at college and best 4 years of my life.
Yeah, you
quote
probably
Hugh Henning.
if you like went to parties and had friends, you probably wouldn't be a podcaster right now. So shout out your anti. Yeah.
Dude, I was cool in college, man.
I thought I was too, man.
I'm the cool cat around town.
I was,
Right?
I was friends with football players, bro.
Keyshawn Johnson?
You mean Carry-On Johnson? He just got dropped.
Carry-On-
He just got dropped out of the Lions, bro. I'm not worried about him. He's unemployed. He has as much of a job as I do right now. Okay. Who cares about
Hey.
him and my ex, dude? I'm not even worried. I'm not even jealous, dude. Like,
You don't care about her anymore?
no. I mean,
Um,
whatever. Who cares? I miss you. If you're listening, or if your current boyfriend's listening, tell her I miss her.
but also don't come to Houston and beat us up, because
Nah, dude. He's like our size, dude. We got him. We gotta get
Oh,
it. Yeah,
dude.
dude, we're fine.
dude, do you see this, man? Dude, I'm fucking jacked.
Yeah, dude. Hey, we'd be fine.
And you're ripped too, dude. You squash watermelons in between your
I mean,
legs.
you see this beard? I mean, this shit's not for like playing around. I look like a Navy SEAL right now.
Yeah, you know that was my first thought that came to mind. I was like, dude,
Oh my God, at the airport on the way to Houston last time, or where was it? Yeah, it was Houston last time. Someone in the airport was like, "Are you in the military? We do military discounts." I was like, "No, just shitty haircut."
Oh, and shout out to our 2 soccer teams. They really, one of them
Our
is
2 soccer teams.
our 2 soccer teams that we sponsor. It's really cool that that we're able to do stuff like that. We've been enjoying the updates about the 2 soccer teams.
I'm gonna buy every ad in my high school yearbook. It's just a picture of me. We could do that as a write-off too, dude. Just every page of our yearbook is just Pennies code.
Dude, we're entertainers. We can let off our Rolexes now.
I'm writing off everything.
Everything.
And dude, like I feel like alcohol is part of like my brand.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it.
Respect. All right. Well, it is a Friday night. Not like we have anything to do.
Oh no,
but,
dude, we're getting ready to go out, man. Smash some eat.
6s. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, okay, guys. Till next time, Wednesday, 5 stars, YouTube, like, subscribe. Y'all know the deal.
Peace, guys.